Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the build video on the N8PIC QRP microphone. I've got all the components here that you would get in the kit. So the PCB, the push button, the audio jack, the microphone, and a foam mic cover. So I'm going to put that off to the side right now, and we're going to go through how to build this. So first thing you want to do is decide whether you want to build this for the QMX and USDX radios, or if you want to build it for the Elecraft KX2 and KX3. So the PCB tells you which side to install your audio jack on, depending on which configuration you want. So we're going to do this one for the QMX and USDX radios. So we're going to make sure that we're looking at the side that says QMX, and we're going to take our audio jack and put it right on top of that text. So it'll be straight right at the end of the PCB. Then we'll flip it over and we'll solder these three contacts. Now, when I designed this PCB, I did not use a ground plane. All of the contacts are connected with traces, so there's very little thermal mass, and it makes the soldering extremely easy. So we're just going to heat up this pad for the sleeve. Come on. There we go. There's the sleeve contact. Here we've got the ring, and then the tip. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Looks like we've got good solder connection on all of those. So I'm happy with that. Next, we're going to install our push button. So on the front of it, the one with the white silkscreen border, we're going to take this 6mm tactile switch. You can get one of any height. This one happens to be a 4.3mm, I believe. And we're going to insert the legs into the 4 holes on the PCB. So I want to make sure it's fully seated and nice and snug. Just like that. Then we'll flip it over and solder it from this side. So we'll go ahead and heat up our soldering iron again. Get a little solder on that. Solder that one. Now, if you look at the PCB traces, only one side of the tactile switch is functional. Oh, come on. The other side is just there for show. However, we want to make sure to solder all of them so that the switch is nice and secure. So let's give that a look. Looks like all those have made good connections. Go ahead and move on to the next part. So next, we're going to install the Electret condenser microphone element. Now this one is polarized, so we got to make sure we insert it the right way. There are 2 good ways of telling that. So one way is by looking closely at the 2 pads on the back of the microphone. One of them has 3 little lines that connect it to the shell of the microphone. That leg is going to be your negative side. So you would insert that through the minus labeled hole on the PCB. The other way, if you can't see that very well, or you just want to make extra sure, is using a digital multimeter in continuity mode. You're going to put one of your leads on the shell of the mic, and then we're going to touch. No, that's not it. that one. So we can see that this leg is electrically connected to the shell, and that is our negative side. So I'm going to go ahead, put this off to the side, take our negative side there, and push it through the one labeled minus on the PCB. So go ahead and push that down as far as it can go. Get our soldering iron heated up again. And get some solder on there. There we go. Go ahead and heat those up really quickly. Get some solder on them. And just like that, we got a good connection. So, now to finish this off, I'm going to take some side cutters and clip the legs off of the microphone element. We're going to inspect the rest of them. I think this leg is a little long, so I'm going to cut that off. Cut that off. Those little solder connections. Everything else seems fine. So there we go. That is our QMX microphone built. So what you'll do is you'll take the stereo audio cable, you'll plug it into the bottom, and you hold it just like this. You got your push button, and you talk into the microphone. So if you buy just the PCB, this is what you'll end up with. However, if you buy the kit or the fully assembled version, it'll come with this microphone cover, which you then slip over the top of that, just like this, and that'll block the wind and make you sound a little cleaner over the radio. So that's it. That's the compact QRP microphone that I designed. Yeah. That's all I got. So thanks for checking this out and supporting my designs. And I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.